Hey, what's up, guys? Here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we do here is fire. You guys know the drill. So let's get right to the show I have for you guys today. So here on Recap Monday, Season 4, Episode number 17. We are currently right now on TikTok Live. This will be posted on YouTube as well as Apple Podcasts and Spotify for our audio show. Other than that, guys, let's get right to it. We got 3 segments for you guys today. We're going to be going over on Recap Monday UFC 304, as well as Team USA's win over Serbia last night, as well as also the Yankees' big-time series win against the Red Sox over the weekend, and their upcoming series against the Phillies, which is happening at 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time today. I'm going to try to catch the end of the game on TikTok Live, so I'll go on TikTok Live for the end of the game. Let's hope it's a good game. I'm thinking it's going to be a good game between the Yankees and Phillies. Both teams are one of the tops in their divisions. Yankees are looking to get back to the top of the American League East over the Orioles. They are 1 game back, so if they take down the Phillies today, I think the Yankees can get past the Orioles as the number 1 team in our division. But let's get right to the UFC 304, which happened over the weekend on Saturday. I was still banned from TikTok, so I was not able to get the live for this. But man, we had some great fights. We're just gonna go over the main card and who won and who lost. But the best fights, without a doubt, were Patty versus King Green. That was a great fight because it literally was a knockout in like 2 seconds. Same thing with Tom Espinal and Curtis Blades. It was literally in a minute. It was a knockout. So it was pretty great to see. Literally the Patty fight lasted 3 minutes and 22 seconds in the first round. Patty put him in a mean head triangle and then transitioned it into an arm bar in the middle of the triangle. It was absolutely remarkable to see. And it looked like the arm popped for King Green. He really couldn't really move it after that fight. So when they announced who was the winner, he really couldn't move it that much. So it was pretty bad to see. I did not expect it to be that bad. But it did look like it popped a little bit. So Patty won in a big one. So now he's looking like to see if he can fight to become the champ. I think he's got 2 more fights in him in order to get a championship fight. I think he might want to go with maybe try to go after I don't know if Conor McGregor comes back. That might be a good fight, as well as Michael Chandler. That's another good fight. Let me guys know in the comment section what you guys think. Who should Patty fight for his next 2 fights in order to get the belt at the lightweight to get the lightweight belt? But Patty showed if he can get his striking just a little bit better, then he has the ground game to really become one of the most dominant champs and really a superstar in the making. He's already won. I think once he gets his striking better, I think he can really put 2 and 2 together and really get the all-around fighting championship type of game. And I think he will be a champ for a while. And then we move to Tom Espinal versus Curtis Blades. Tom Espinal, he broke his knee, his kneecap, I believe, the last time he tried to fight Curtis. I think it was 2020 during the COVID year or 2021. I'm not sure, but he did break his knee and they couldn't get the rematch. So he's been recovering, and then he literally just kicked the shit out of Curtis. I mean, it was really bad. He caught him with a nice left jab and then finished it with a right cross, and then just ground and pounded him on the mat, and that was it. They stopped the fight within a minute. But Curtis caught Tom in the beginning of the first round, the first 30 seconds, with a nice left hook. But then because Tom was kind of going a little bit erratic in the beginning of the fight, and then Tom slowed down and then just waited for his right moment and caught Curtis with a left jab and a mean right hook at the end. The right hook really didn't even land. It kind of grazed his nose and his face, but that left jab really hit. And that made Curtis fall, and then that was pretty much it. A lot of people might have said Curtis could have maybe gotten up. The ref could have gave him more, but Curtis really wasn't defending himself that well. He was just getting pummeled on the ground. So I think it was best for the ref to stop the fight. And then Tom Espinal wins and retains his championship for the heavyweight interim title belt. A lot of people are saying John Jones might be the next guy, maybe for Tom Espinal. That would be a great fight. I know we've been wanting for Mirkovic or Migovic, but I don't know when that fight's going to happen. But I think Tom Espinal versus John Jones might be an interesting fight. I think it is. That might be an interesting fight. Hey, what's up, Sports Talk with Aiden? How you doing? Now we move to the championship fight. Now these were the three most popular fights in this card. This wasn't a bad card. The two before the main event were knockouts. And then this one went the distance. Leon Edwards did not get the win. Bele won this fight in a unanimous decision. Other than Leon at the end of the round 5 kind of caught Bele with some hits and busted up his nose and his face. Other than that, Bailey kind of controlled and dominated this entire fight. Leon did not look like the man he was before when he fought Usman. So it did not look like he was in very much. It didn't look promising for Edwards. It didn't look like he was as dominant as he once was. I don't know if it was the camp. He had a bad camp. I don't know what the hell it was, but he did not good at all. So Leon loses the championship to Bele, who wins the title in a unanimous decision that went five rounds. Now those are the three big main fights. Now the other two were Christian Lore Duncan, who lost to Gregory Rodriguez in a unanimous decision that went the final of 3 rounds. So Gregory Rodriguez wins that fight. Then this one was Arnold Allen versus Gigi Chikeza. And this was a decision unanimous with Arnold Allen winning. Now that you had some prelims as well that weren't half bad. Muhammad Mokov versus Manel Cape. That was a good fight. I heard. But other than that, that was pretty much it. But that was kind of the main top fight. This fight wasn't as good as it was portrayed. I thought it was going to be a little bit better. I thought Leon was going to show up a little bit more. But obviously, Leon just didn't look the same, and Bele got the best of it. But definitely Tom Espinal and Patty really showed some stuff, and it was great to see Patty win in his hometown, and Tom Espinal absolutely demolished Curtis after he broke his kneecap going against him. Am I going live for the Yankees and Phillies game later? Yes, Aiden, I am going to be going live. I'm probably going to be going live later on in the game, not in the beginning. I'm going to work out and play some basketball, so I'll definitely be going live probably later in the game. It starts at about 7 o'clock. They never start at 6:40. It starts probably at 7 o'clock. So I'll probably be on around like 8:30, 9, most likely, right before the game ends. Let's hope it's a good game. Killa, appreciate the follow. Thank you. Don't forget, guys, if you're new into the live, don't forget to drop a follow as well as a like and share the live. We do these Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for all my shows. So we're done with UFC 304 for right now. We're 8 minutes and 45 seconds into the show, and we're going to be moving on to some news coming out of the United States and Serbia. United States took the dub in yesterday's first game in the Olympics for Team USA. They kind of dominated the whole game. First quarter, they won 25-20. Second quarter, they won, outscored 33-29. Third quarter, won 26-16. Fourth quarter, won 26-19. Eventually won 110-84. LeBron James had 21 points. He literally only missed 3 to 4 shots, as well as almost had a triple-double. He had 9 assists and 7 rebounds. Kevin Durant came back from his injury, 23 points, 8 of 9 shooting, 5 of 5 from the three-point line. He was miraculous. On top of that, there was some discussion why Jason Tatum did not play. As you can see, Steve Kerr is talking about it. We'll play that video back and see what his explanation was on why he didn't play Jason Tatum or Tyrese Halliburton. More to imagine is that Tyrese Halliburton, Jason Tatum really didn't play at all. But when you got a guy like that in a competitor like Kevin Durant and a future Hall of Famer, and one of the best scorers this game has ever seen. Coming back from injury, and he's on a roll. You really can't take him out. There's really no reason for you to take him out. He's on a roll. You keep him there until his roll stops. But if you look at here, the field goal percentage from Serbia to USA was just a god awful on the opposite side. USA was shot 62.3% from the field. Serbia only shot 42%. 3-point percentage was ridiculous. We shot 56.3. They shot 24.3. Turnovers, we had 17. That's the problem with us. Our turnovers have been really bad. We got to lower that down. But we forced 13 turnovers for Serbia, which isn't bad. Rebounds, we had 39. They had 32. At the same time, we beat them in every statistical category other than the turnovers. But when you have that good of a team, when you got LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and Steph Curry has not been playing his best of late. The fact that you have those three with everybody else, and Anthony Edwards, an Anthony Davis, a Joel Embiid, a Drew Holiday, a Devin Booker, a Tyrese Halliburton, and a Jason Tatum. You got all these stars, and the fact that Jason Tatum and Tyrese didn't even play is just shows how deep, how much depth the Team USA has, and how good they are. But let's just go over. Let's see what Mr. Steve Kerr had to say about why he benched Jason Tatum.
Not surprising, given what I've seen from Kevin in the past. I've said it before. I think he's the most skilled basketball player I've ever seen. The game just comes so easily for him, and a long layoff like that doesn't seem to bother him. And he was brilliant tonight. Obviously, just shifted the game as soon as he got on the floor.
LeBron has had such great leadership qualities throughout his career. He's been saying and doing so many things through the exhibition season, but he came out and played a totally complete game for you tonight in a situation when you really needed it against a high quality opponent.
Yeah, LeBron had another level that he was going to get to following the 5 friendly games that we played, and Spo and Ty Lue both told me, they've coached him before. They said when the stakes are at their highest, he's at his best, and he was really good in the friendlies, but there's a different level of energy, and at 39 for him to still be doing this is amazing. But there are times where he kind of conserves his energy and uses it at the right time, and we needed that tonight.
So this is one of the things that happens when you're the coach of Team USA. You guys play your best game of the whole summer to this point, but you didn't get to use Jason Tatum, who's obviously one of the best players in the league. Obviously, that's one of the hard things to do in your role.
Yeah, it's tough, but Jason handled it really well. I talked to him today before the game that it may play out this way, just with Kevin coming back and the lineups that I wanted to get to. But that'll change. Jason's going to play. Every game's going to be different based on matchups. He's a total pro. He's, first team All-NBA 3 years in a row. I felt like an idiot not playing him. But in a 40-minute game, you can't play more than 10. You really can't. And, so I think he's an amazing guy, great player, and handled it beautifully. And, he'll be back out there next game.
Okay, so it looks like Steve Kerr kind of just.
And this is for sure, the hardest part of this job is
just like, all right, well, because of just the lineups that we had and the way everything was going, that Jason Tatum just wasn't in the game plan against Serbia, and that's going to happen, like he said. But there has been a confirmation that he will play against South Sudan in their upcoming game on Wednesday. And of course, Ian always FaceTimes me when I'm on live. It's clockwork with this guy. But yeah, most definitely, I think Steve Kerr has the right mindset. It's just all based on matchups. It's really not based on anything else. He's an all-pro, Jason Tatum. He's going to get his numbers. He's going to get his shots up. He's going to get playing time. It just depends on matchups, like he said. So it is what it is. Things happen. United States won 110-84. They demolished Serbia. They got their points that they needed. And everyone looked on a crazy type of way. So I just think that it is what it is. So we will see. But next matchup is South Sudan on Wednesday. So we'll see what happens there. It's going to be a tough one. South Sudan played amazing the last time. We won 101-100. So it's not that far off. They're going to be tough. So we gotta play as a unit, and we gotta play as one. So we will see. But yeah, pretty much we're done with the United States. We are now going to move on to MLB. I think we play at 3. I'm not mistaken. Sports Talk with Aiden. I think, Aiden, we play at 3 p.m. Eastern time against South Sudan on NBC, I believe. So yeah, we're done with the talk of the Team USA. Now we're going to move on to baseball. And New York Yankees got a monster series win last night over their division rivals in the Boston Red Sox, winning 8-2 last night. The previous game was a marquee matchup, was one of the great matchups we've been lacking in the last couple years between Boston and the Yankees, as the Yankees won 11-8 in extras. It is absolutely remarkable game. If you missed it, man, you missed the gem of a baseball game. And even the first game on Friday was 9-7, 11-8, and then the Yankees just absolutely blasted the Red Sox last night, winning 8-2 in incredible fashion. Carlos Rodon pitched amazing last night, pitched the gem. Cousins pitched great. We had overall great pitching for that last night's game, and we much needed it. Awesome, thanks, bro. Those games sneak up on me, and I missed some of the beginning. Yeah, same here, man. Just got to keep up with it. I got you with letting you guys know when Team USA plays. But right now, South Sudan is next on Wednesday at 3, and I believe we play Saturday. I don't know. I forgot who, but I believe we do play Saturday, and I think at 3 o'clock as well. So I'll be on live for that as well. But we are moving on to the New York Yankees. Now, we're going to just show you a couple highlights from last night's game, and let's see what you guys think. So here's some highlights. Let me share the screen for the show so people on the show can see it. But yeah, this has been a great time so far for Yankees. Hopefully, it's for good things to come. But let's play the sound.
I'd like to give some congratulations out to longtime announcer Joe Castiglione. Went into the Hall of Fame, so deserving of that honor.
Jam there. Yeah, the Ford Frick Award winner. Growing up in this area, I heard Joe Castiglione most of my life listening.
Well, one of the all-time greats.
Threw out the first pitch today.
I was talking to him before the game, and he said Joe said when Alex Cora, his signing was announced in the Red Sox.
Well, here is Aaron Judge, who has hit 2 monster home runs in this series. The 1-0 on the way. And that one is a fair ball off the end of the bat. Aaron Judge will pick up an RBI. Verdugo comes in from second. And an excuse me single and an RBI for Judge. Number 96 on the season.
Monstrous
Aaron Judge better show me some team.
37 home runs.
Because there they are right there. He swung to left and
Still
the ball
60
goes
more
to
games
right.
left.
Right off the end of the bat. I feel real good at the plate.
Here's
2-2 on the guy that wears 13 now. The number used to be worn by Alex Rodriguez, and then Joey. Prior to the first inning, Glaber was the only Yankee who had an extra base hit.
This is Glaber's 2-run single.
And he rockets one into right center. That brings Judge in. Wells rounds, and the throw is cut off, and now they have Glaber in a rundown. He will be tagged out. He does deliver 2 RBIs, both Judge
Most definitely, Aiden.
and Wells
Judge
come
is
in,
definitely getting
and
the
they do
MVP
get
this
the
year.
crooked number.
stays healthy.
The Yankees in the
Knock on
first
wood.
score 3. What a start to the game for Carlos Rodon as he faces 7-8-9. That's Danny Jansen, very much involved.
So Red Sox,
Rivalry as
Danny
well.
Jansen gets his
This one
first
is
hit
laced
between.
into right center. Verdugo is going to have to put the brakes on. He cannot get there. And that is the first at bat.
We need a clutch.
First and
Sort of faint.
0-2 to Wong. Now
It's sort of faint, but you did.
6 in his last 16. Chance for a big number here. And this one is popped up towards left. Heading into the corner goes Ref Schneider. And he reaches up and makes the play.
We need a clutch hit.
He's kind of evolving as a.
This is Carlos Rodon's outing. He had a great outing, a gem of a time against the Red Sox last night. It's been something of late that he hasn't been able to do. So the fact that he was able to do it last night really helped out. So I'm happy that Carlos Rodon came to play last night.
Verdugo on deck. Couple of doubles tonight. Scored a couple of runs.
This was kind of ended the.
That ball is driven deep to right field. That sends O'Neill back. Still going back. He won't get it. That's a ground rule double. And that's 2 runs scored for the New York Yankees. Oswaldo Cabrera gives them the insurance they wanted with a 2. And it really applies to the person.
And then Chaz, I knew a guy from
Chaz
Marlins
just get his first hit. That's smothered, and he is going to be safe as Chisholm picks up his first hit. And it really applies to the person.
He stole a base too, and then
LeMahieu sends one to right. The base running of Chisholm will pay off as he will come running in from third base and score his first run as a New.
So it was a pretty good day for Chaz. He got his first single and first hit as a Yankee, as well as a stolen base and a run scored. So he did basically everything in that 8th. So it was great to have him keep on going. But man, Chaz is going to be good for us. We got him in the trade with the Marlins. So he's going to be good for us. I think we lack that speed on the bags, and he really brings that out. So his hitting is a little bit questionable, but he's back with his old hitting coach. I believe he had with the Marlins. So they're going to try to work on his approach. In 2022, he had one of his best hitting performances in the season. And his bat, instead of moving it around when he was about to swing, he kept it straight up. And he's doing the movement of the bat now. So it looks like that has something to play with in his mechanics. So they'll work on that, try to get that out of there and see if he can get back to consistently hitting. But he's more of like a 250, 260, 275 hitter. He's really not, or 245, 235, 240. He's really not a big time hitter, but he's got speed. And he can hit the baseball, and he's a good fielder. He might be moving into the infield with that speed. It would be nice to see. Gleyber Torres, man, he had another error of yesterday. He's pissing me off, man. I don't think he's going to be Yankee for too long. His fielding is just bad. His hitting is very inconsistent. Ever since that breakout time he had with New York in the beginning of his career, he hasn't been the same since, really. He's had spurts and bits and pieces of it in seasons, but nothing consistent. So I think he's out the door after this year. Now we move on to a series that everybody has been talking about, and it's one of the biggest series. Probably it's going to be it's the Yankees versus the Phillies, and that's happening today at 6:40 p.m. Eastern time in about an hour and 10 minutes, 2 hours and 10 minutes. The Phillies will take on my New York Yankees at Philly. Philly is 65-40. The Yankees are 62-45. So this is a big game, a big series, I should say. If the Yankees can pull out 3 big wins, and maybe go for a sweep or at least win the series, this is a big series win for us and a confidence booster. This is one of the hottest teams in the league, in the Phillies. And if we can beat them and take some games from them, that's pretty promising. But yeah. I think for the American League East division, it's really just the Yankees and the Orioles. I think the Red Sox are there, but they're not there yet. I think the Rays and the Blue Jays, they're kind of just off the chains. They're not going for nothing this year. They're just selling, trying to get better for the future. So we just got to make up some ground. The Yankees are 1 game back from the Orioles. We win tonight, and I think if the Orioles lose tonight, we can get the first place back again from the Orioles. So we'll see how well that goes. But yeah, it's going to be a hell of a game tonight. I want to see who's pitching tonight. I think, it's Luis Gil. Gil's pitching for us. I mean, he's been good of late. We just couldn't get him the last 2 wins. He hasn't been that bad since his catastrophic droppage. earlier in the year when he went 9-1, and then he just lost like 4 or 5 straight, and now he's 10-5. So he's 1-4, and I think his last 5 starts, but 2 of his last 5, one he won, and then the other 2 he should have won, but our Yankees just could not give him runs. So I think things will change. Sports Talk with Aiden said Orioles got 2 games today. They're up 5-0 on the Jays right now. Oh, they're playing the Blue Jays. That might be two straight wins for the Orioles. The Jays are just terrible this year. They're just god awful. That's why they're going to lose Bichette and Guerrero this year. They're definitely not coming back. But other than that, guys, that is pretty much it for my show here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we do here is fire. You guys know the drill. I appreciate everybody that followed as well as liked and shared the live. Thank you, Aiden, for staying in here and talking some sports. Appreciate all the likes. We got 1.2K likes for this live. 2 people still in the live, so I appreciate it all. And I will catch you guys later today as we will try to get to go live for the Yankees game. See how hopefully it's a good game so we can go live and talk some good stuff. So I will hope that happens well. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. Again, this is Season 4, Episode 17 on Recap Monday on the Fire Sports Pod. I'm your host, Zach Jackson, and I will see you guys on Wednesday for our show for Season 4, Episode number 18. So catch you guys then. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy the week, and I'll catch you guys on Wednesday. Peace out and have a great rest of your day.